గౌరవనీయ చైర్మన్ గారికి, గౌరవనీయ స్పీకర్ గారికి, ఆదరణీయ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారికి, గౌరవనీయ శాసన మండలి శాసనసభ సభ్యులు అందరికీ నా శుభాకాంక్షలు తెలుపుతున్నాను. 2018-19 బడ్జెట్ సమావేశాల సందర్భంగా తెలంగాణ శాసనసభ సంయుక్త సమావేశాల్లో ప్రసంగించడం నాకు సంతోషంగా ఉంది. I am confident that the deliberations of the honorable members during this budget session will be constructive and useful in involving policies to achieve the goal of Bangaru Telangana. The fundamental tenet of my government is faster economic growth with strong focus on inclusiveness. Hitherto neglected and deprived sections of our society should certainly get the benefits of growth. The last 3.5 years since the formation of the new state of Telangana have been a rewarding period. This phase witnessed several challenges being overcome and considerable progress achieved in many areas. My government, apart from bridging the critical development deficit faced by the state over decades, has been raising ahead of other states. I am happy to note that the initiatives of my government have had a significant positive impact in fulfilling the aspirations of the people. The youngest state of the Indian Union is becoming a role model for the entire country. The state has won several accolades for its initiatives and has been acclaimed at both national and international levels. Major initiatives of my government include construction of a number of major and medium irrigation projects to bring waters of the Krishna and the Godavari rivers to the fields of the farmers. High priority for completion of the Kaleshwaram project, rejuvenation of tanks under Mission Kakatiya, providing piped drinking water to each household under Mission Bhagiratha, improving the power situation, enactment of Scheduled Caste Special Development Fund and Scheduled Tribe Special Development Fund Act, and earmarking funds for the development of these marginalized sections, among many others. With the proactive policy measures taken up by my government, the state has been witnessing impressive economic growth since its formation. The state economy has turned around since formation and entered a higher trajectory growth. The average annual growth of gross state domestic product of the Telangana region in the erstwhile state of AP in the 2 years preceding the formation at 4% was much lower than the all-India growth rate of 5.959%. The situation reversed after the formation of Telangana. The state of Telangana clocked an average annual growth of 8.6% of GSDP in the 3-year period 2014-15 to 2016-17, which is much higher than the national average of 7.5%. The per capita income of Telangana is estimated at rupees 1.4 lakh during 2016-17 as against the national per capita income of 1.03 lakhs. Revival of agriculture has been the highest priority of my government. While agriculture has been the mainstay for the state's population, the sector was reeling under severe distress before formation of the state. In the absence of assured irrigation facilities, agriculture in the state was highly dependent on vagaries of monsoon and ever-depleting groundwater, resulting in rural productivity, meager and uncertain income to the farmers. My government has unveiled a comprehensive policy for addressing issues related to farmers, encompassing both the farming and the non-farming activities. As an immediate relief, my government waived off farm loans up to rupees 1 lakh per farmer, benefiting over 35.3 lakh farmers. Key initiatives include towards increase in farm productivity, like farm mechanization, ensuring timely supply of quality seeds and fertilizers, and micro irrigation, greenhouses, polyhouses have had significant impact on farmers' income. There was a record production of food grains during the year 2016-17 of 101.29 lakh tons. Telangana state has created a new record of supplying 24 hours quality power free of cost to about 23 lakh agricultural pump set and also to the lift irrigation scheme since January 1, 2018. Telangana is the only state in the country to achieve this distinction in the power sector to end the distress of farmers. Augmenting income from non-farm activities like animal husbandry, sheep rearing and fisheries is equally important for broad-basing farmers' income. About 40% of the farmers' income accrues through non-farm activities in the state. Keeping this in view, my government has given top priority to sheep rearing, fisheries, milch animals, etc. The sheep distribution program launched by my government in the current financial year is progressing very well. As against the targeted distribution of 84 lakh and 50 lakh 10,000 sheep are already distributed to the Golla and Kuruma communities with 75% subsidy. This is not only expected to uplift the economic status of these communities, but also make the state self-sufficient in meat production and transform the state into a major exporter of sheep meat. It is with great satisfaction that I place before the House the success of the program, notwithstanding skeptics initially holding reservation about the success of this initiative. Further, my government has launched 100 mobile veterinary clinics, one in each of the rural assembly constituencies, to protect the health of livestock. So far, 1.62 lakh animals have been treated through these mobile clinics. My government has taken proactive initiatives for the welfare of fishermen through distribution of fish seedlings and construction of fish market yards. The pisciculture sector is expected to expand significantly with the completion of irrigation projects and restoration of tanks under Kakatiya and consequent increase in water spread. Promotion of horticultural crops is recognized as an important strategy for enhancing the farmers' income. My government has taken various initiatives to diversify the cropping pattern to high-value and horticulture crops. Promotion of micro-irrigation, polyhouses, greenhouses are some of the initiatives that I have seen at the Center of Excellence for Fruits and Vegetables of the Horticultural Department. Crop colonies are being conceived in the state to increase farmers' income. My government has also taken up many steps to provide common infrastructure facilities for both post-harvest and agro-processing operations. When the state was formed, the storage capacity was only 4.17 lakh metric tons. To improve storage capacity of agriculture produce in the state, my government has embarked upon the construction of 356 scientific godowns with a storage capacity of 18.30 lakh metric tons and has completed 308 numbers. My government also took up the gigantic task of land records updation program. A total number of 1,507 teams took up this exercise in all the 10,823 villages and completed it in a record time of 100 days. It gives me immense satisfaction to inform that more than 96% of the land records were verified Khata-wise and were clear of any dispute. New Patadar passbooks are scheduled to be issued very soon. Measures are taken to resolve the unsettled issues pertaining to disputed cases. My government is coming up with initiatives for providing sustainable income to all the farmers. The Dharani website being launched shortly will have complete information about land records in the state. While agriculture is the mainstay of Telangana, irrigation is its lifeline. My government has prepared a comprehensive roadmap to utilize the available waters of the Godavari and the Krishna rivers optimally. My government has taken up 23 major irrigation projects and 13 medium irrigation projects. Various measures are being taken for fast-tracking and completion of these projects. So far, new irrigation potential of 16.64 lakh acres is created and the Ayakat of 8.97 acres is stabilized. My government is fully prepared to create irrigation potential of 1 crore acres. This will ensure drought-proofing of agriculture sector and mitigate the farmers' distress on a permanent basis. The key ongoing projects of irrigation are Palamuru lift irrigation, Kaleshwaram lift irrigation and Sitarama lift irrigation.